What's up YouTube? It's about time to revisit everyone's favorite archetype, Junk Control. And it's a good timing to look at this deck for two reasons. First of all, Spider-Woman's recent buff is actually really good in this deck because you're usually filling up your opponent's side with garbage, and then you can often play Spider-Woman for a total of 11 or 12 power value. The other reason is that Thanos decks are still dominating the meta currently, especially in combination with Lockjaw, and they use up a lot of space. They need a lot of space to get full Lockjaw value. There are also a lot of other combo decks that do need a bunch of location space and run into serious trouble if they get clogged up completely. So I tried and tested two Junk Control decks that I really liked. The first one is the one highlighted right here. Mogwai played it on stream recently, so all the deck building credits go to this lovely fellow over here. And just a quick explanation of what this deck does. It tries to fill up your opponent's locations with a bunch of garbage like Debrii rocks, like Green Goblin, a hood that's being sent over by Viper. Can temporarily park Titania on our opponent's side, and Polaris can manipulate their stuff and clog up a location. That makes for some easy Spider-Woman targets. That makes Mojo very simple to activate as a power play. That also makes it much easier to predict our Gamora plays or Shang Chi plays on the final turns for high power turnarounds. Now I'll be honest, I personally felt like this list was still too inconsistent, like it was lacking something. I couldn't quite win consistently with it, and I would not necessarily recommend it for climbing, although it was one of the most fun decks I've played in a while. I'd rather recommend this deck for messing around or for friend challenges. Now, the second version that I'm playing in the second half of the video is a list by another great deck builder, Specimen from Gwent. And this one felt a bit more up to date and in tune for the current meta. There aren't a lot of differences, but they're quite impactful. Playing a card like Aero over Gamora gives us much more manipulation and outplay potential on our opponent's side. Also gives us more clogging opportunities on turn 5, making our turn 6 plays much easier. Besides that, it's great in the Shuri matchup and generally just probably the best card in the game right now, so no reason not to play her. The other very important tech here is Killmonger, which can very consistently win you the Thanos matchup. The issue is, if you run into an early leech, you might still lose the Thanos matchup, and that's what I kind of dislike about the archetype idea in general. It doesn't beat the deck that it wants to hard counter consistently enough because Leech is just so disruptive. Nonetheless, Killmonger did feel pretty good in the meta overall. There are a lot of sunspots, etc. to pick off. Just keep in mind that you keep Titania as well as the Demon from the Hood in hand until after you play Killmonger in most cases, or otherwise Killmonger might not be worth playing at all. The only other change here is Angela as a play where you can consistently play more cards into something like Green Goblin. Of course, Angela benefits if something like Green Goblin, of course, activates Angela without taking up any space, so we can proc her more and more times. I'll be honest, Angela felt like the most cuttable card in this deck though. She might be worth replacing with something like Mojo. And the other card that is definitely flexible is Killmonger. This could be cuttable and replaced with something like Black Widow maybe for even more clogging potential, or some other high power card. Now, this list has made its rounds among content creators recently. It has gotten a bit of praise. I personally still would not recommend this for climbing. This did feel stronger than Mogwai's version and a bit more well suited for the meta. But this list often still requires you to completely outplay your opponent and get somewhat lucky with your location clogging in order to get wins consistently. And that makes snapping and retreating decisions with this deck quite hard. I found it very hard to get high cube wins with this one. But again, incredibly fun to play and a very unique playstyle. So for those purposes, I would recommend the deck. And if you want to see this in action, as well as some hilarious highlight wins as well as losses, I've got a bunch of epic gameplay examples for you. Damn, we're up against Gandhi. Gandhi is playing Thanos. I didn't know Gandhi would be a Thanos enjoyer. I would not have expected that. Okay, we definitely want to give them a rock. No turn 1 play. Kind of want an early snap. They time stoned on turn 2. Why would you do that? Oh, this pops first. Anyway, it's fine. Let's be mana efficient here. I want to see if they have Lockjaw first, okay. Oh, giving them a rock would be huge. Oh no, Space Stone! A high roller! That's rough. Now it really depends on what they move. Like, they'd be wisest to move Lockjaw to the right side, but I'm not sure if my opponent is gonna play wisely. I think the safe thing here is playing Green Goblin right side. Kinda wanna snap. Hand's not quite good enough. Close to being good enough. Okay, that was a nice predict. Please don't leech. Oh yeah, one randomly generated card. Ant-Man. Armor. Really Spectrum deck. Okay, so if we Polaris middle, we risk freeing up Lockjaw again. Gamora middle is complete overkill. Could do like Viper middle and then Polaris left, but again, freeing up Lockjaw location is kind of dangerous. Viper middle, Polaris right. That has to be it, right? They go up to... Wait, isn't it just Gamora middle, Hulk right side actually? That still beats Spectrum. Ah shit, no it doesn't. I forgot to count the blue Marvel buff as well. Yeah, I might have thrown this here. I think it was Viper right, and then last turn is just... like this turn, no, would have been Viper middle, Polaris right, and then last turn just drop Hulk here. Well, I mean, if we're scared of Spectrum, we can also still just do this. What's it gonna be, sunshine? This is good against a singular big card. What do we think here? Is it Spectrum? It's probably Spectrum. Woo! 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 I just lost to M'Baku! Okay, I think this is where I end my Marvel Snap career out of shame. It's been a nice stream, everyone. Nice knowing you. Educated Collins 2. I don't know what he's playing these days. Middle is gonna be clogged by default. Daredevil safe lane. But nice. I think that's quite good for us. It's so unfair. I mean, this is the perfect timing for snapping. I can't do it later, but I assume Collins is just gonna leave. Black Widow. I think Black Widow is just a bit too stat inefficient. Victory. If you snap, I slap. Okay, bring it on. Hood Viper. By default, we want to do this on the right side if we have the Hood Viper opening. Like, if we don't want to do it left, middle could be a dangerous location, right? This might get... Like, this might be Crimson Cosmos, whatever, blocking our combo turn 2. But this is guaranteed to at least get the combo through. Oh, now I wish I would have clogged the middle. Well, we can still try. I saw a question earlier on asking about playing into unrevealed locations. It is often the correct play. It really just depends on your deck and your game plan. The two biggest questions is, can your deck reach locations like Sanctum Sanctorum or Death's Domain easily? Then you would be more inclined to just play into the safe locations. If your deck cannot do that, you should be more inclined to play into unrevealed locations. And then spacing reasons can be a thing. So for example, something like Lockjaw Thanos. If the first location you see is one that you can fill up completely, that's completely free and playable, you would want to keep that open for Lockjaw. So you would generally play your first Stones or even Quinjet or Sunspot into an unrevealed location. Just because the upside of guaranteeing a free location for Lockjaw is much bigger than the risk of potentially running into a non-beneficial location. Oh, my opponent just buffed my green goblin. That's cute. Okay, that was very lucky at my end. Okay. Well, well. I mean, I can keep this open for Gamora and then just Shang on the final turn. I don't really have clear place here. I can engage a Titania roulette on the left. Does Titania still flip sides if Danger Room, like if the card gets destroyed? I think she does. I'm not 100% sure. I think we'd save Titania for last turn though. She goes very well alongside Shang Chi. In that case, I guess I just play Tempo Carnage. Our last turn play is definitely going to be Shang, Titania, Demon. Genuinely surprised here. Okay, so they got Wasp, they don't have Thor yet. So I'm kind of just winning here. This and last turn Shang. Oh, what about Infinite? That's actually a filthy play on their end.
Systems go.
I gotta change my plan. This beats Infinite. Can this lose? Aero, I guess? I think this play only loses to Aero, really. Or if they spread out power nicely, but their deck is too clunky to do that usually. Another thing is Wasp could tie the left. We're fairly far ahead on tiebreakers. Yeah, they can play Infinite and Wasp. If they play Infinite right, it doesn't get destroyed, and they Wasp left. We lose. I hate my life sometimes. I'm very fine with staying in this game. I think it was the right call. If I had this very, very specific read, I still could have gone Shang-Chi middle, Demon Titania left. I wonder if that would have been straight up better. That just loses to other stuff though. Gandhi is back. Okay, again, do we engage in Titania roulette? I think this is generally a benefit for us because we can manipulate locations better than our opponent can. Okay, this is good for us and bad for our opponent. I'm hesitant to snap at this point though. I want to see the third location first, especially if they have a Quinjet start and they're playing the best deck in the game. Oh, it was the Blue Marvel version, wasn't it? Spectrum player earlier on. Yep, no free Lockjaw location, they just run. GG's. Not gonna complain. Here, just thinking of all the plays that our opponent is most likely to have. They all kind of beat us. Never lucky. Dennis playing some Thanos deck. Okay, this is going to be very carnageable. Tired of Thanos? I'm tired of seeing Thanos. I actually think Thanos himself is kind of fun to play. Well, well. I feel like we save Gamora for later. We might tank an early leech and that would be fine. I don't know what Thanos version Den is playing. It might be a lot of different things. I'm hesitant to snap here though, even though the opener is good for us because we're running out of value. And Thanos decks just never run out of value. This is very beneficial for me. This might be a bot. No, Dennis he's like very known writer for Marvel Snap. He makes a lot of articles and the meta tier list for marvelsnapzone.com. What I will say is this might be an imposter of Den, but I doubt it. I just let Den know that he got caught a bot. I love it. Please pull. No, not Sunspots. Oh, this is gonna make my life miserable. If I do this, I actually give up the left side. Ah! It's a rough one. I just literally had to not have Sunspot get pulled here. Any other card would have been fine. Okay, now we're talking. No Quinjet out. He might have Khazar, but that's it. Okay. Sweet! Okay, that felt good. Maybe some new archetypes will emerge. Angela been relevant at all? No, so far Angela has been utter garbage, I'll be honest. But also my draws have been quite Titania heavy so far. Ooh! What about the Debrii spam here? It's the Wong player. The issue is White Tiger will allow them to reach this. Debrii also clogs us up, which is a problem. But they'll be more clogged than I will be. I think I want to try this just for the memes, just for the funsies. This is also the only real opportunity I get to snap, right? Whatever. For the content or whatever. They might have switched decks. I'm not sure if they played Iceman Scorpion last time. I really need Killmonger for this one. Where do we think they'll play? Middle or left? Either way, Titania makes their life quite miserable. Titania Goblin left is really good. I very much prefer Debrii. Oh! Fancy schmancy. Oh, I really want a green goblin, but I think it's a really bad play. I think it's a really, really bad play. This one goes middle or right. We could also just flip the right side with a Killmonger. Whereas we can't flip the middle, so I'm leaning... but Killmonger would also kill Titania. An issue. I'm not mistaken, Killmonger left just wins right now. I mean, so does just, I don't know, Vibranium, Shang for good measures. Do they play any more buff spreaders besides Ironheart? I don't think they do. Just in case. Just in case of a random Mr. Fantastic or something, I'll do this. Or Blue Marvel, I suppose. 4/8! Thank goodness I put the Shang-Chi there. Oh my god. Woo! The instincts! The card pro instincts right here. Tristan foils only. Man, bot MMR is really dumb, I'll be honest. Okay, so we can spam demons, we can spam Debris. Oh, another graphic glitch. Oh, that's actually a good play. This could be a human impostoring as a bot. I really want to find Killmonger. No, I think at this point we just keep the demon spam up. Okay, it is a bot. Regular background with a glimmer around it. Impossible to attain for humans. Goblin middle looks funny, but it's a bit risky. Polaris is not a great play here. 3 left, clogs my hands. Shang doesn't have a target. We don't really have plays. Guess it has to be Goblin right. Doesn't feel great, but it's okay. Oh, I should have snapped backed. Okay. The most straightforward play is Demon Spider-Woman middle. You shouldn't really be able to catch up on the left. The other play is Demon Shang middle. Demon Spider-Woman beats pretty much everything, right? This is 16 power already. Should win. Should have definitely snapped last turn, but against a bot it doesn't really matter. This just triggered my PTSD again. Okay, this could easily be a human player. You're telling me this might be an Angela value game. Also, I have PTSD from this opening now. Can I get Killmonger please this time? I really still need to draw, that's why I'm not gonna spam Debris or anything like that. Also Debris, like clogging my opponent against sunspots is not that good. We definitely need Killmonger in this. Yo, Zanrio, what's up? Yeah, we had a couple of games. They were really good. We have good chances of drawing the hood. So playing on curve would be Viper Daredevil, and we also get the turn 5 information. Oh, we can just do this, I guess. Seems quite smart. This might also bait my opponent into floating more mana for sunspots. I should have snapped here, I think. Yeah, I think this is just gonna be a retreat from my opponent. I really missed the snap on the last turn. Just Shang this turn, Killmonger last turn. Snap and telegraphs Killmonger. Yeah, but what's more likely? Like, is it more likely to get a cube now on a snap, or is it more likely that our opponent stays in the game on turn 6?
Opponent snapped.
Bruh, you done messed up. No Kang, no armor? Alright, let's go. It's a win on all 3 locations for 8 cubes. G to the G.